Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of Conversation with RMP. My amazing guest today is the amazing, the talented Paula Minto. Paula, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much, Mr. Penny. I appreciate you having me on here today.
Well, I'm definitely excited because you are a businesswoman, and I just know you can help so many people out there. So I'm really excited to have you. You do so much. Since I've known you, you are a go-getter. You're
I know.
always on the go. So I am just really excited for people get to know who you are, to find out more about your foundation, to find out more about real estate and all of these little things. So I'm so excited.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
So Paula, just a little bit about yourself.
Oh boy. Well, I am a simple, down to earth lady. Just having a big heart, always trying to
Yeah.
help. So always trying to help. I always have this business mind of getting these business going out there, having six kids kind of open up your mindset and
Yeah.
the way how you think for the future.
Yeah.
So I'm just down to earth, just like a normal regular lady. I'm no different from nobody else.
I can also just add very fashionable because I see you all the time. You're very fashionable. So guys, trust me. Yeah.
I know whatever I put on it just look good on me. So I guess it's just me, the person that's wearing it to make it look good.
Exactly. Okay. So Paula, so you have you do real estate, you have a cleaning business, the Minto Foundation, which is a nonprofit. How did you actually doing so much? So my question for you, which one came first? Which one inspired you first?
Well, I we also have a staffing company service, which actually comes first because that's how I actually
Okay.
met you
Okay.
uh 11, 12 years ago doing staffing work. So that actually comes first, and
Uh-huh.
then the cleaning company comes second, the non-profit, then the certified wealth educator, and then I just added on, to the list, real estate agent.
Yes, which I'm really excited and happy for you. So with all of that, different avenues, when you decided you wanted to like kind of build that empire.
Well, I would say working with you also, to be honest, Ray, it inspired me because I've known you for many years. I've
Mhm.
seen what you have been doing. We have the same energy. I'm telling you,
Definitely.
we are like, we clicked 12 years ago when we met. So it's like when I started the catering company back then, I see what you did, and I'm like, wait, I have the same energy.
Yeah.
I can do this too. So that's when I started building, all this stuff. So we have the same business mind. So
Yeah.
we're notary together.
Yes.
We're in the real estate business. We're in the
True.
staffing business. It's like it's just one of those things that I love helping people.
Yeah.
So if you notice, all my businesses is always giving a helping hand to somebody out there.
Great. Great. And so definitely thank you for
Mhm.
that. So
Yep.
I have another question for you. So what's a common money or credit myth you wish people would unlearn today?
Okay, so that is a very good question because a lot of people thinks that carrying a balance on your credit actually help you score, but that's not true. That's actually false. You don't need to carry a balance to or pay interest to build a credit. In
Oh
fact,
wow.
carrying a balance and incurring interest acts, it hurts your score. So when people think that, oh, having a balance on my credit, helps me, no. So the best practice is to use your credit card like regular
Mm-hmm.
and keep your utilization low, like under the 30% that they usually want you to do, or maybe even 10%. and pay off the full balance each time you use it, at the end of the month.
So I have a follow-up question on that. So, like for me, I try and keep my my credit card utilization on the 10%,
Mm-hmm.
but I pay it off before the due date. Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing?
No, that is a good thing. That is
Okay.
a good thing. That's what we want people to actually do, to
Okay.
pay before the due date.
Oh, okay.
So even though they give you a due date, you actually want to pay before the due date. So that's a good thing that you're doing. So we want more people like you out there, and then everybody will have some good credit going on over here.
Hey, I'm in the 800 club. I cannot complain.
Hey, I'm telling you, I want to be like you.
So tell me, as a wealth educator, what does that really mean to you? So now that you actually, help people in that realm,
Mm-hmm.
what does that really mean to you now?
Okay, so that's a very good question. To me, being a wealth educator means helping people break cycles,
Yeah,
not just their budgets,
yeah,
So it's
I love
showing
that.
family how to move from surviving to thriving,
Yeah,
because a lot of people think they can survive, with the budget that they have right now. So I teach people how to understand their credit, build assets, protect what they earn and pass it forward, to
yeah.
generations.
So for instance, somebody like me, let's say, I'm in my 40s now. Can I like start to do something now to try and build something for the future? I mean, is it too late for someone like me?
Well, no, there's no age. There's no age limit on trying to build. I mean, you have people that's just starting building their life.
Yeah,
I'm 53 and I'm just started doing certain things that I didn't thought I would be able to do earlier in my life because I have so many kids. But
yeah,
it's like if you tell yourself that you can't, then you won't. So they have people right now that's going to school that's 63, like getting degrees now. So you're never too old to learn or start anything, business, getting your credit repair, get buying your home, all of that stuff. It's never too late for none of that.
okay. So I have a fun question for you. So how do you balance being a mom and running all of these businesses?
Oh my gosh. So, I mean, my children are not babies anymore, so therefore I just started building myself like 6 years ago. So before it would have been chaos because
Yeah,
they're younger, you know. No, they're older, they're more understanding, they're more mature, they're more independent for themselves. So it's
yeah,
like most of the time they don't really need mom for everything. But being a mother comes first for me. So all what I'm doing now, I couldn't do it before.
yeah,
Yeah, I couldn't do it before. So now the children are of age. I'm flexible and I'm very motivated right now in all that I do now. And, it's just a quick and few things, you already know about me because you know me,
of course, of course.
with all my kiddies, like sometimes we're like, oh, I can't come in because I got to take the kids to the doctor. I got to do this. I got to do that. So with all that before I would not be able to do all the stuff that I'm doing now. Everything that I'm doing now, Ray, is like 6 years ago, starting everything, you know, with everything that I'm doing. Before that, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
kids take up all my time.
Wow. No, I just want to actually just piggyback on what you basically just said there, because for me, and that's one of the things that I think a lot of people has this opinion, especially like you just said 6 years ago, you you basically got control of your life and you knew exactly where you wanted to go, the direction you wanted to go. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it took me 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah, it took me 15 years. I mean, I know what I wanted to do, and I know where I wanted
Hmm.
to go, but it wasn't happening until probably 5 years ago. My life changed
Hmm. Yeah, I was there.
instantly.
I was
Instantly.
there for every step of your
Yeah.
changes that you made.
Yeah. My life changed instantly. And you know what? I just have to say, you know what? I think it's your time now. I
Yeah.
love to see where the direction you are going because you have always been this inspirational person. You know, you are always one of these, you always like basically take something and run with it. You're
Yeah.
always a go getter.
I'm a
And I
go getter. Yep. I'm a go getter.
definitely I think
That is for sure.
so, which brings me to my next question: the Minto Foundation. Was it a personal story or just a calling?
It's actually both because personally the foundation I built it in memory of both of my parents because my both parents are deceased
Hmm.
and they're a well-known couple, in our community in Jamaica. That's in Waterford, Portmore. So it's actually personal for me. And then once I build the foundation, it's like I realize it's also my calling
Yeah,
because I'm so passionate. Ray, you know this. I'm so
I
passionate in
know.
everything that I do. I started this foundation in 2019 and it's been going ever since nonstop, nonstop. Thank you to you also as a sponsor and to all my friends and family that donate, that helps me to help others in Jamaica.
Yeah, great. So, if someone who's listening now wants to donate to the foundation, what are some options or stuff they can donate, or is it monetary, like food?
Okay. Yeah,
What?
so if anybody out there that wants to donate, we do accept monetary gifts and we accept school bag, school supplies, new used item, also items because they're very grateful for anything. For monetary donation, we have two ways that you can donate. We have a Zelle, which is the Minta Family Foundation at gmail.com. And if you're going to do Cash App, it's the $ Minta Foundation 2019.
Oh, okay. I'm assuming 2019 is when it was founded.
Is when it was founded. Yeah, so we got to put that 2019 in there.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your top-notch cleaning. So what type of do you just do residential? Do you do commercial? Or
Um
is
right now we only do residential right
oh
now.
okay.
Yeah.
So how can someone book you for the cleaning service?
So they can reach out to us. We have, even for the foundation too, we do have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. For the
Uh-huh.
cleaning company, we do have Facebook. Um and on there we have all the information that you can reach out to us by email or by cell phone.
Oh, okay, sounds good. Because I think I'm definitely gonna need your services. I'm in a
I'm ready when
three
you're ready.
bedroom. I work too much to be coming home and clean. So I, I
I
think
got you.
I am going to reach out to you and schedule because I definitely need to have a cleaning person probably once a month. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can do the normal little cleaning, but I work too hard to just
yeah.
come
So
and
you
home.
want like a major cleaning once
Yeah,
a month.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay. I'm here for you.
So I have another question for you. So when clients come to you with bad credit or financial stress, what's the first thing you tell them?
Let's see. For that, that's a good question because the first thing I will tell them is you're not alone. That's number one. Because everybody thinks they're alone, with all this stress and everything. And this is like it's fixable having a bad credit.
Yeah.
Life is, it's not a life sentence or anything. So people think, oh, I have bad credit, I can't do this, I can't get that. They think the world ends right there, but it doesn't. So we focus on solution, not judgment, because when somebody tell you have bad credit, you already
Yeah.
automatically start thinking all kind of negative stuff. So we don't
Mhm.
judge, we just find a solution. And all we need to do is just understand your situation, create a plan for you, and pretty much help you take control of your financial future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just a follow-up question to that. So let's say I mean, my credit score is 550 and I want to purchase a home. So you basically can help me get my credit score to what's needed.
Yeah, so
And
based on what's on your score, because everybody have different scores, different things that's going on.
yeah.
So once you come to us and we sign you up, we'll see what you have, and then we'll work with each individual person to bring that credit score up to where
Mhm.
they need it to get a loan
Oh,
to
okay, okay.
purchase a house.
Oh, okay. And do you think obtaining a home now is a lot more like I know there are stuff like FHA loans and then there's like personal loans. So someone who has bad credit working towards getting at least some type of stable credit in order to obtain a home, do you think they will be able to qualify for something like a FHA loan or like a personal loan? Like what you think would be best there?
Yeah, we have loan officer in the office that will
Mhm.
help you with a personal loan based on the type of credit that you have and how low your credit score is.
Mhm. Oh,
Because we do meet people that have credit score that's like 400. And I'm
oh,
like, I know it starts from like 3 or 4, but you think people would have like average, but there's
yeah.
people that have like really low scores out there. So we'll work with them on a personal level to get them where they need to be to get the loan. And we do have loan officer that can help them with that.
Okay, definitely. That sounds good. So, what if someone also looking for a place to rent? Is that something you also do?
Yeah, we do rentals. We do purchase, and we also do rentals. So
Okay, great.
yes, if they want to rental, they can come to us, and based on who the property that they want, it gives the criteria that you need to be met, and
Okay.
then from there we help you with your um, rental.
Okay. So, I have a personal question. So, what do you think is, let me see how I should put it. Like for instance, renting and buying. Which one do you think is more because I feel as though sometimes when you buy, your mortgage is lower than the rent that you're paying.
Well,
Do you
yeah,
think
they all
there
they
is a
well they
difference?
always say that purchasing your
Uh-huh.
own home is always better than renting, because when you're renting, you're actually paying somebody else's mortgage,
Hmm.
and usually when you pay somebody else's mortgage is not the exact amount, is always either double or something like that. So you could get your own instead of renting. You
Yeah.
know.
So another question for you. What do you think is an ideal score? So let's say someone is listening and they had let's say 602 in credit score. What do
Yeah.
you think is an ideal score they should have in if they want to initiate buying?
Uh, Ideal score would be anywhere from 640 up.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, to get a good loan, to be actually qualified
Yeah, okay.
for getting a loan to purchase their home.
Okay. And I'm
Mhm.
assuming you would have to have in terms of a stable job to show
Yeah,
finances.
you have to show stability. They're gonna ask for tax returns and all these good
Okay,
stuff.
okay. Yeah, so So guys, if you're looking and you really want to buy, let's make sure we plan for that because we have to have the tax return. We
Yeah,
have
we
to
have to have, yeah,
do
we have to have documents to show
stock. Yeah, yeah,
to
exactly.
purchase
Mhm.
a home. Yeah.
Okay, great. So, what advice would you give to someone trying to start multiple stream of income like you?
Yeah, 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 yeah. All right. So, what advice would you give someone? Start small.
Hmm.
I
I
would
love that.
say, because a lot of people want to start something because they see you with something. So they want to do something and they want to go on the level that you built for many years. They
Hmm.
want to build it just like that. So it doesn't work. So I would say start very small, stay consistent, don't chase every opportunity because
Love
we
that.
have people that's out there that will chase every opportunity. So don't chase every opportunity. Also, build on one align with your skills and your
Yeah,
purpose because once you have a purpose and a skill, work with that. Don't
yeah,
try to do something that like for instance, I want to do what you do, like you're writing books, and I see you writing books and I'm like, okay, I want to write books, but it's not in me to
yeah,
do what you doing. So it's like stay in your alignment with your skills and your own purpose. Find what your purpose is,
yeah.
and work with that. Not the key is not doing everything that you see people out there doing. It's building, be smart, So some people, as I said, they just got to go with their purpose.
Hmm. So, I mean, and I could definitely piggyback on that because for me, as you know, I started in food, I started in the restaurant
Yeah.
industry, stuff like that, audits and stuff like that. And it's crazy how life has suckled wrong. Now I am an auditor. So
Oh,
now
okay.
I help people create, their HACCP plans and, and stuff, food safety plans and stuff. And
Yeah.
it took me back into a place where I have done so many other stuff, but it took me back into a place where I am loving being an auditor, helping
Hmm.
people create plans for their businesses, help them get their business USDA and FDA certified and compliant. And
Yeah.
that's where the money's at. I mean,
Hmm.
I'm not going to lie. That's where the money's at.
You got to go where the money's at, baby.
That's where the money resides. So, what role do you feel most connected to educators, entrepreneurs, or nonprofit leaders?
Okay, so I would say all of them. I'm connected to all of them, but I'm more connected to my nonprofit organization.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's like me being a leader, I have a purpose helping others,
Yeah.
so I feel the joy when I, help people, just the smile that they get on their face, so but my project with my nonprofit is giving back to the community. I'm all about the kids because I got many kids and I grow up in a big family, so I'm all about the
Mhm.
kids and the senior. So with my passion, I'm always giving back. I'm doing like the book bags, the school supplies, the grocery giveaway, the medication,
Yeah.
all of these little stuff that we do. We also do monetary gifts too, to senior citizens down there that needs help for their medication. So, if
Oh,
you go on our Facebook, you'll see all that we've been doing from 2019 till now. We've been doing some good stuff, in the community.
that's really good. Look, you are doing so much. So, how do you stay grounded? How do you stay grounded? Like, you wear so many hats.
Well, I stay grounded with the grace of God. That's number one. And every role that I play, whether it's the nonprofit or the wealth educator or the real estate, helping somebody purchase their home, it's just really the protest for peace,
Yeah.
just set boundaries. Don't do it all at once,
Mhm.
because I do a lot, but I try to pace myself in what I do. And sometimes people say, how do you find time for yourself? I actually do find time for myself,
Which is
you
good.
know, but because people see me do so much,
Yeah.
they're like, when do you find time for yourself? When do you find time to do this? When do you find time to do that? I'm like, only God alone could answer that question for you, because trust me, sometime, Ray, I have no idea how I find the time.
Yeah.
But if it's your calling or your passion, you're definitely going to find the time to do
Oh,
all that you're
definitely.
doing. Mm-hmm.
Definitely. So do your kids think you are superwoman?
Do my kids think I'm Superwoman? Well, I tell you, they might think I'm Superwoman if it comes with food, you know. But it's I don't know. You know, I to be honest with the kids, it's like I'm a mom first to them,
Yeah.
so that's just my favorite title.
Yeah.
So with the hugs and the chaos and all of that stuff, it's like they know I'm a mom first because
Yeah.
I'm all about my kids. So
Definitely.
yeah, I don't know if they think I'm Superwoman, but they know I'm definitely a mom first.
No, your mom first. So with so much going on, what's a win you had recently, personal or business, that made you stop and smile? What are something that just happened recently that made you
Oh,
smile?
I would say when I was in Jamaica, I could say this one put a big smile on my face because I'm always going back home and doing stuff for people. So I remember when I was in Jamaica, the Jamaica Observer, that's a newspaper down there. They
Hmm.
follow our story. They cover all our events that we have. They put us in the paper and all that stuff. But I remember one day getting a phone call saying that they have a lady that they wanted me to reach out to, and that she have 5 kids, one grandchild, and that she needed help. They wanted to know if my foundation could help her. And I was like, wow, the newspapers reaching out
Yeah.
to me. Wow, like,
Yeah.
all these other stuff that's going on in Jamaica, they call it us. I was like, okay. So I did. I called the lady and I spoke with her and I just asked her, like, what is it that you need?
Yeah.
You're asking for help. What is it that you need? And she said, Miss Minto, I need food. I need school supply for my kids. And one thing she said to me that I find it really strange, and I was like, hmm. She said, I need 2 plastic containers. And I was like, you need two what? She said, I need 2 plastic containers. And I was like, what do you need those for? And she's
Yeah.
like, oh, because where I'm at, she was in like a big field in like a metal container. It's
Oh
so hot
wow.
out there all by herself in the middle of a field. She wanted those 2 containers to fill with water so she could have
Wow.
access to water.
Oh
Because
my
when
God.
she asked me, I was like, she want 2 barrels, like plastic barrels. And I was like, okay. But we had that because we shipped to Jamaica all the
Yeah.
time. So
Hmm.
we were shipping in barrels at that time. We don't ship in barrels anymore. We ship in pallets.
Yeah. Nice. The level up.
Yeah, we don't ship in barrels anymore. But back then
Wow.
it was so good that when she said that to me, I had plastic barrels that we ship stuff down. I was able to give her two of the barrels that she needed. We gave her like about 6 to 10 grocery bags filled with grocery. We gave her she had two young kids that was going to school, so we did provide school bags, all the school supplies that they needed for school. We also gave her a check, so
Wow.
that is on our Facebook. So that my foundation was able to help her with that. Raise money when there's people out there don't have nothing to eat, don't have a shirt to wear, don't have a socks to wear. When we're like using money like it's nothing, on stuff that's senseless.
Look, it take me back to, so my friends now will tell me, oh Ray, you love shoes. I have a thing for shoes.
Hmm.
But not realizing growing up, I only had one pair of shoes. And
Yeah, we too.
that's all I had. But now I could afford to buy as much as I want.
Yeah,
But
that's the
but
thing.
yeah,
Yeah, that's the thing
so
with me, because of how we grow up, because we're from the Caribbean.
yeah,
So we're gonna look at stuff different. We grow different from we live in the state now, so it's not the same with the people, the kids, the family, the mothers, the fathers here. They raise their kids a little bit different from us. We grew up poor. We think we grew up poor, but actually, when you really think about it, we have life.
yeah.
So it's like having life is the greatest thing. And if you have one pair of shoes, you're happy. Some people have 10, 12. Like me now, I have more than that, but back then I grew up with one pair of shoes.
Definitely, definitely. I
So I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
yeah,
And then how you grow up too, you don't want your kids, especially when you have kids, you don't want your
correct.
kids to grow that way. Because when I was growing up, I never had I don't remember ever having a birthday party. But all my kids, they had birthday party from day one all the way up to probably Tatiana is 14. She's the only one now have birthday party every year. But everybody is older now. My oldest daughter,
Yes, of
Tahaya,
course.
she's 34,
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like what you didn't have, you want your kids to have. Yeah,
Exactly.
you're gonna want your kids to have. You don't want you don't want the same life for your kids that you had. You're like, okay, so I'm in a better place, so I know I can do better for my
Hmm.
children. So, you think back and how you grow and what you have, because we didn't have TV and cell phone and cars at a certain age. We didn't
Uh,
even know how to
Trust me,
drive. They know how to drive at
expertise with us. Guys, please, if you need your credit fix, if you need a home, an apartment, she can help you. If you need your place clean like I do, so I thank you so much for joining us today, Paula.
Yes.
See you on the other side.
All right. Thank you guys for having me. One quick thing that I wanted to say. So if you are interested in your credit repair or purchasing or renting, the phone number is 954-850-7235. And the name of the brokerage firm that I'm with, it's called First World Realty Group. And the address is 9050 Pines Boulevard, Pembroke Pines, Florida. And it's on the fourth floor. Okay, so you have the number that you could reach out to me. I'm here for you guys. So if you're ready to buy your home, come see me. If you're ready to get that credit to buy that home, Come
Yeah.
see me.
Okay. Guys, make sure you take that number and I'm also going to post it. So,
Yes.
yeah. All
And
right,
I'm gonna
Paula.
also send you my business card so you can post it too, because it have all the information on there for
Yeah.
my real estate.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank
Yes.
you so much.
Thank
I,
you for having me.
of course. I'll see you
Miss
on
you
the other
so
side.
much though. We gotta
I miss
catch
you
up.
too.